Yo, Raid has finally done something about the 10x, 25x, 30x that we've all been asking for right here, that we've been calling 10x a scam. But this time they didn't change 10x events. They simply added a new type of shard summoning event that is going to give you 25 chance of getting the champion that is advertised. So it's kind of a 10x, but this time up to 25 chance of getting those champions, not just legendaries, but it will also apply to epic champions also. So that's something to note right here, that this is a brand new type of summoning event. It's not going to replace the 10x and the 2x events we already have in the game. Just to put that one clear out there. By the end of this video, you guys can decide whether you think this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing in Raid. So let me just give you the details I have about it. It's a progressive chance event. If you've not seen my previous video that I did, I think last Sunday or so, I put out a video saying that this will fix Raid. They need to increase the chances of us getting champions from those 10x events, right? And they did make this change just after I made that video, so that's kind of came in handy right here. So it's gonna call a progressive chance event. So it's not a 10x, it's not a 2x, it's a progressive chance event. How are we gonna make a short name for it? We'll just call it 25x. How about that? And it's not going to be something that is constantly on all the time. You know how 10x just comes and goes, 2x just comes and goes. This one is also going to just come, advertise, and go away. It's not going to be permanently in the game. So now we have 3 summoning events right here in the game. So that's the name right here. And for each time you summon a champion that matches the rarity of the champs in the summoning slot. I'm trying to read it directly from Raid so I don't get anything wrong right here. Each time you summon a champion that matches the rarity, take note of the word rarity, means epic champions or legendary champions, right? Each time you summon a champion from those type of shards, you increase the chance of summoning those champion slots by 5x. What does it mean? It's going to give you, I'll put the image right here on the screen so maybe you can see what I mean. It gives you like a chance of getting those. There is no 10x going on right here. If there are few champions advertised, it gives you 5x each time you summon a shard from either sacred shards, ancient shards, or void shards. For example, if the champion that is advertised is Inquisitor Shamel, you have to put Inquisitor Shamel into, just like we have a wish list. I don't know if they're going to call it a wish list, but you have to put him as the champion you want if he's in the summoning pool, right? Now, if he's not advertised as a champion on that week's 15x, 25x, he's not going to be available for you to add to your champion pool as the champion you want. But when you do get an epic champion from the void shards, you have a 5-time, and it's not Inquisitor Shamel. You know, usually he starts with a 10x, but when you add him to the summoning pool that you want, it becomes your wish list. It becomes an additional 5x right here. So that's going to start you at 15x right off the bat. And when you pull one void shard, it's an epic you don't want. It's not Inquisitor. That's a 20x. You pull another void shard, it's an epic you don't want. It's not Inquisitor. That's a 25x. So that's what I'm telling you, that it builds the X up to 25. It doesn't start the event straight up at 25x. So that's one thing to note right here. And while you're pulling all those Inquisitor Shamel, or you're pulling all those other dead void shards, you're not getting Inquisitor. It does not increase your chances of getting void legendaries. So you can build 25x with epics and then go pull a void legendary 25x. No. Your chances of getting void legendary will still remain at 15x based on the void legendaries you've put in your wish list or something. I hope they'll call it wish list so we don't have confusing names for all these things. So at the start of the event, you will have to set up those champions in your wish list, as you can see it on the screen. And each time they do this type of event, you will not have the same type of champions. It will always be twisted and mixed up, just like a event is coming up right here on Friday the 17th. Friday the 17th is coming up. It will be the first time we get to experience this event, where we'll get to really understand it and test it out and see how it works. Staltus, Dragonbane, Sneak Track, Neck Motor, Kantra the Cyclone, Countess Leaks, Theodore the Servant, Tunisia, Osoga the War Caller, Lady Annabelle, Stagnite, White, Dryhard, Nia, and Tuhag the Wanderer. These are the champions that will be part of that summoning pool. So if you are one of those players who want Staltus, Dragonbane so bad, you put him as your wish list on that day. He is normally obtained from Ancient Shard, Void Shard. No, I think it's Ancient Shard and Primal Shard and Sacred Shard. That's Staltus, right? Now, if you pull ancient shards and you keep pulling, you don't get a status. You've pulled up to 100 ancient shards. You don't even get one void, one legendary. That means your chances of getting a status who is already in your wish list still remains at 15%. See, but if you pulled a legendary from your ancient shard and it's not a status, your chances of getting him has just been increased to 20%. If you pull another legendary from your ancient shards, remember I keep saying ancient shard because it does not change your chances from primal, it does not affect your chances from sacreds. So pulling and getting a legendary here, not a status, does not automatically make sacred go up to a 20 to 25%. No, your chances of getting status from sacreds is counted differently from your chances of getting status from ancient shards. So I think that's clear enough. I just wanted to use that one as an example. And when the event launches and we see it in game, I guess we'll have more understanding about it. I hope I didn't make any mistakes in this video, but that's how way I understand the announcement that was made, that you need to build your Messi. So I guess this is kind of a Messi, counting from 15x when you had that champion to the wish list, and then builds up to 25x until you finally get them. I also asked if when you finally get that champion, if your wish list or if your Messi will be reset back to 0. I don't think so. I think it will still remain the same. I don't know yet. But yeah, let's see if this one will be welcomed by the community or this is something that a lot of people will get mad over. Now, from the free-to-play perspective, how do I really feel about this 25x event? I feel like for those players who want specific epic champions, you're looking for that Shemel, you're looking for which other champions that are available this weekend that are coming for epics. You're looking for Lady Annabelle, you need a Stag Knight for Faction War or for other content. You need Tuhag the Wanderer, right? If you add Stag Knight to your wish list and then you are pulling shards for this fusion or whatever that is going on, whether it's ancient shards or you're pulling sacred shards, your chances of getting a Stag Knight is increased, because you know when you pull them, normally it's at a 10x and we get scam, we say 10x is a scam, but now you're starting at 15% and 15x of getting a Stag Knight. And then when you pull some epics, you keep getting trash epics and it's not a Stag Knight, your chances of getting that Stag Knight is increasing to 15x to 20x to 25x. That's if you pull 3 other ancient or epic champions, you didn't get a Stag Knight. By your third one, you're, well, not guaranteed, but 25x is a huge chance of getting a Stag Knight. So it's a huge chance of getting epics that you actually want when you add those epics to the wish list. How many slots will be available for us to add to the wish list? I'm not quite sure, but my point is, for epics, it will be really good. Now, for legendaries, how many legendaries will you need to pull before you reach that 25x? That's the bad part, because it means it will only be beneficial for those players who are pulling 1 legendary, not the 10x champion, 2 legendary, not the 10x champion, 3rd legendary, not the 10x champion. That's when you really hit that 25x mark. See, so for legendary, it takes a longer time to build your XXX onto 25, but for epics, I think it's a shorter time. I think that's the only news that is happening right here. I just wanted to hop on here and tell you what I think about it. It's not a bad one. My only concern, let this not replace 2x events. They did clearly state that this is not going to replace 10x event, but they did not state that it will not replace 2x event. Now, they also stated clearly that 2x event has never been something that is constant, right? 2x event have always been pushed back, pushed front. You know, it's always been something that is changing. There is no specific date. It's we, the community, that is always saying 2x event is coming up this weekend. Raid has never really put out a calendar to say this is when 2x event is coming. So with these new events going within the week, I don't know if this is going to push 10x comes, 25x comes, then 2x moves to the back and becomes something that will happen not as often as it's supposed to. Instead, we begin to get more guaranteed legendary events or double summon legendary events, because 2x doesn't really benefit Playroom the most. It's this type of 10x and 25x, or this on, what do you call this one, summoning pool. These are the type of events that benefit them. So this is why they are promoting this type of more chances of you getting legendaries. But take note, if you're new to raid, you always only benefit most from this if you're trying to get specific epic. This event does not increase your chances of getting legendaries. Your chances of getting legendary will still remain the same 0.5, 0.5, 1%, and 6%. It does not increase your chances of getting legendaries. or mythical or epics. So only 2x events does that. So that's something to note right here. And my camera is off. Anyways, let me end it right here. You guys let me know what your thoughts on this event, if it's something that you think will be what's going for. I will only pull shards for this if I'm going for a fusion. Just like I'm not concerned about 10x event, I don't think this will be something that my main account or my noob to pro account will be going crazy for. Just like this summoning boost, crazy champions will be available for the 10x. Dragon status is a good champion, but it will only benefit those champions who are willing to pull 3 legendaries before hitting that Messi, 2 legendaries before hitting that 10x or 25x champions. That's who is actually benefits. For newer players, good luck to a lot of you going for those specific epic champions that you want. All right, let's discuss about this new type of event in the comments below. What do you think about progressive chance event? I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.